none of the things, are as I kind of imagined it. So if someone tells you you're delaying, or you should be there by this age, or you should have this by this age, don't listen to them, because God sees you and He knows that His child is exactly where He wants His child to be. And that's exactly my case. Like, I'm not delaying, I'm never late, I'm never too early, I'm just where God wants me to be. So if someone tells you you're delaying, see that as an opportunity to thank God for His blessings, because He knows exactly where you should be right now. So let's jump into the story time. Yeah. So there is a new Asian supermarket that opened in the city I live close by, and that Asian supermarket is not that new actually. It has been here since, let me say a little bit earlier than right now. It's one of the newest, and actually they have most products. As you can see in the title of today's video, today's story time is about me getting disrespected. Let's say it like this. And I'm not the kind of black person who would assume that because I get disrespected, every time I get disrespected, it might be because of my color. Or every time a person is not nice, or acting kind of, just rude, it's because of my skin color. They probably don't like black people. I'm not the kind of black person. There are a lot of black people outside there that would assume that whenever they get disrespected, it's because they're black. It's because the person in front of them is racist. That's the reason why they're discriminating them. I'm not the kind of black person. I know that just because someone is being disrespectful to me doesn't mean that, it's probably because of my skin color, because they don't like black people, or because they're racist. No, you cannot like someone or just being disrespectful without being racist. Okay, let's go further. I know in the end of the day, people are going to comment down below on this video all kind of things, and one of the things they're probably going to comment down below is that Chinese people are not racist. He probably didn't mean it that way, and he was probably just busy, or he had a bad day. Everyone has a bad day sometimes. Guys, let me tell you, I am the kind of person who believes in the good of every human being. I'm the last person to say that someone meant something bad with me. And people even call me naive. People even call me naive for being like this. I'm the last person who would, say that someone meant something bad to me in first place. I always believe in the good of the person first before saying anything bad about them or assuming anything bad about them. So let's go further. One day I decided I want to cook something great for church, not because I must do it, but I want to do it. So I went to this Asian supermarket that is very close to another big supermarket. I went there and I bought groceries. Everything went well, and then I went to the other big supermarket to buy the rest of the stuff I needed. And then I realized that there are certain things that I still need to buy in the Asian supermarket. Actually, I cannot get them in the other supermarket. So I went back to the Asian supermarket, and the first time I got into that market, actually, I already bought a lot of things. That day, I spent almost 200 euros on groceries in their little Asian supermarket. Almost 200 euros of groceries, in that Asian supermarket. So yeah, I went into that market for the second time of that day, after already having spent a huge amount of money. I go in there for the second time, and this time I couldn't find the thing I'm looking for. So I just asked one of the staff, one of the people working in that supermarket. And the guy did not even listen to my question. He just made something like, like he was probably trying to tell me I'm busy. Not wait, I'm coming back to you, but I'm busy. Maybe later. I don't know. But he went back to the warehouse and I could see him like counting stuff and writing things down. So after this few minutes, I realized that that guy is not going to come back to me. He's not going to help me. He's not going to answer my question. So I started to help out myself and looking around if I can find the thing that I'm looking for. And yeah, the minutes went by and went by and went by, me not finding what I'm actually looking for. And then I see that one guy again, and he was helping out other customers, a couple. Yeah, it was like a couple. He was helping them out. He showed them what they were looking for. And I just put myself right in a position, in an angle that he could see me and maybe remind himself that I also asked the question some minutes ago. So maybe he could come and help me out. That didn't happen. He just went back to his warehouse where he was counting stuff and writing down stuff. I mean, until that moment, I didn't tell myself that he might be just rude to me, because I also worked in grocery stores. Like, I know how busy it can get, actually. I know it, guys. I know how busy work can get at those places. So I didn't think anything bad towards him until this moment. Until then. So what's happening next? I heard this guy and some other. I'm not alone in this room, so I'm making eye contact with the person to let them know that I'm recording. So if you see me looking somewhere else sometimes, it is because I'm not alone in this room. People who were at the warehouse actually kind of talking loudly. I could see that they're pointing out on me. They're actually pointing out on me. And then that one guy who did not answer my question, he started to stand right next to me. Like, he just started to stand right next to me, keeping an eye on me, observing me, just like, not like you observe your crush, but observing like I was about to steal something, and he's just keeping an eye on me so that if I do so, they can take any action on me. You know what I mean? Like, he was literally keeping an eye on me so that I don't steal. Also, if when I steal, they can see it directly and take some action. And I could also see the other people in the warehouse doing this every second into my direction. And I had to act like I don't see them. I had to act like I don't see that guy standing right next to me and watching all my movements. And I had to act like I don't see the people in the warehouse watching me and all my movements. So just let us go back to the beginning of the story. I asked him a question. He didn't reply. He went back to the work that he was doing before. I mean, normally clients should always be kings. You should know how to treat your clients. Like, doesn't matter what you have to do right now. If a client wants something, you get it for the client, like normally. I mean, as I said, I also worked in grocery stores, and I know it can be stressful, but this is not the way to treat a client. Just to disappear and not coming back again. I mean, you can maybe forget someone or not remind yourself that this person was asking a question. And until the moment that I went to the cashier and I paid, he did not leave me. Guys, can you imagine this? He did not answer my question, but when they suspected me to be a thief, they did not leave me. Can you imagine this? And another thing I have to point out again, I spent almost 200 euros this day in this one store. In this one store. And this is the kind of treatment I received. So just leave your comments in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think about it. And oh, before I forget it, I almost forgot actually. I wanted to tell you the reason why I'm not giving you details on the store's name, address, and description of what the guy looked like, who kind of treated me like that. Some days ago, my mom decided that she wants to make a certain dish. She needed spring roll sheets for that dish. And so we went to that exact same Asia store that I received that mistreatment in, and we bought this spring roll sheets. So at the moment, I didn't just go there with my mom, but also some other family members of my family were included. We all went there together, and this day we were received very friendly. There were some very friendly workers who helped us out, and there was no such treatment as I received. And I really just liked the way the workers they talked to us, and so I don't want it to shut down their entire company, their entire store, or just bash them. And it's not bashing actually, but I don't want it to spread some hate for those who don't deserve it. I don't want it to be mean to everyone and to harm their entire store's face just because of some workers who are bad. And actually, the day I received the bad treatment was not the first time I went to the store. I also went to that store, I guess, once or twice before that bad treatment day. And the first time ever I went to that store, I also met some very nice people. Especially, there was a girl sitting at the cash point, and she was so nice. But yeah, I guess, or I am a black person, and as a black person, it can be very intimidating to enter an Asia store actually because of such things. We always hear about other people being treated like this in Asian stores, but now it happened to me, and I received that treatment by myself. Now I know how it feels like. And as I said at the beginning, I'm not the kind of black person who will refer everything to racism. But what do you guys think about these workers who treated me so badly? Do you think it was because of my skin color? Do you think it was an act of racism, an act of discrimination to be treated like this? Or do you think that they just had a bad day? The person who told me to kind of wait and never got back to me. I mean, he got back to me, but not in the way that I wished he had. Do you think that he was just, busy, and there was nothing, no harmful or attempt? He doesn't want it to hurt me. What do you guys think? No, for real. What do you guys think about it? Oh, Thank you very much for watching today's video, and thank you very much for interacting with me in the comment section down below. I'm so happy and grateful for every comment that you leave. Don't be shy. Just talk to me. I love to talk to you guys, and I'm also very thankful. I thank God for having the opportunity to do this video. It's very distressing for me right now to do that video. because I'm working tomorrow, and actually I've been planning to, upload new videos since weeks now, and it's kind of de-stressing to know that something is done. Now it's all about cutting, editing, and waiting on your comments, guys. It's a very distressing thing here to do YouTube. Actually, I love doing YouTube. So, yeah, I love you. God bless you. God bless me. See you next time. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and to interact with me, to share this story, because I think a lot of people, a lot of black people have also similar experience. Maybe we can one day like meet all together and talk about our experiences that we made. Thanks for watching. I love you so much.